I only became an economist by accident because in my last year in university, I was elected presidente of the student government, and after 5 years as an economist writing economic reports, I just knew that it was not my calling. I was not happy as an economist. I wanted to go back to theater. And so I thought so that I could finish writing a theater piece, a theater play, I should try to make some quick money. So I went to the Munich Olympics. I had to live with the artist commune, and that was accelerating my return to becoming an artist. And it was while I was in that commune that I met a film student, a student who was studying in the Munich School for Film. And that's where I started to learn how to run the Bolex camera. So I got initiated into 16 millimeter filmmaking, and that's how I made my first film. Now your question, how has that affected my filmmaking? I think I really had to fight the MBA thinking, you know. When you're thinking like a MBA, a financier or a banker, you're always thinking of how money will make more money. And I had to break away from that because as an independent filmmaker, I wanted to tell simple stories. I wanted to tell stories about the need for cultura, la importancia de cultura. I decided to make films because mainly I wanted to tell stories. So I happen to be a storyteller who happens to use film. And when I made my first film, I used a cup of gas. It's like you're driving a car, you put 1 cup of gasolina, and you drive until it stops. Then you look for the next cup. Whereas usually commercial filmmaking is you get the full tank, you get a credit card, you make a map of all the gasoline stations, and you finish the film in a short time as possible so that you can quickly start making money. And I think there's a difference between a commercial film and the way I make films. When you have so much money and you buy everything, you buy your best actors, you buy big sets. So it's a very totally different way. And I think I'm happy with the way I'm making my films in a small way, small budget, but with a big energy from the heart. I'm an artist who doesn't begin with an intellectual idea, or I don't begin with a ideological framework, no? I think I am observer of life, and I feel that the way colonialism affected my people and suppressed our cultura, no? Our culture. That is my starting point. It's not only nationalismo or patriotismo that I want to bring it back. I think it's also, I'm asking, why did we have to throw away many other things? Not only our dresses, but the old stories, our old legendas and mythologies, you know? We have many beautiful stories, but today the only stories that our young people are hearing are about Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and Mickey Mouse. We have such beautiful heroes, but we never hear the local story. It's important for me that I make the next generation aware that the 400 years of colonialism, and it's not even bad to have cultural influence from many countries. I'm not saying no, but we were taught to be ashamed of our culture. So if we start as independent filmmakers, we start by not copying the Hollywood model. Because the Hollywood model is telling stories only for profit, only for big money. And many small stories, no? Las cuentas pequeñas de la barrio or de la montañosas, you know? Those small little stories of the Galicians and of the Basques, they should be told.